Hi all, welcome to auction number 7. We'll start off with this Ford F-150 Lightning. You can see quite a bit of damage there, some up top over there. Although it's creased, there's not much play up top there. As you can see, it's American long card. We'll start this one off at 40 Rand. Next one is VW T3. I suppose it's meant to be the new combis. I don't know. Okay, a bit of damage up top there. So we'll play on the hook, not much. As it's new for 2024, we can actually see what it's about here at the back. There we go. Born in 1979, so I guess it's not a new combi. And we'll start this one off on 40 Rand as well. I decided to change it from 30 items to 40 items after Saturday morning going through a couple of the boxes, etc. I've hardly made a dent. So there's still so much to come. Okay, next item is this Honda Super Club Custom. There was a treasure hunt in this a while back, but this unfortunately isn't the treasure hunt. There's some damage over there. Quite a bit of play up top over here. As it's new for 2023, there will be some write-up about it here at the back. Okay. So there we go, complete. I'd like to start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item, going back to Fast and Furious again, we've got the ice charger. A little bit of lift over there. Quite a bit of play up top over here. I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next one is another one of the South African icons, the GTV 6 3-litre. Card's in very good condition. Now these were very popular at one stage here in South Africa. Also, there's a car built for South African tracks. And we'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next we go back to Star Wars. We'll go back to 2021, as you can see over there. Card's in fairly good nick. Of course, because it says new to 2021, there will be a write-up about it. I'd like to start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item is the SOLUS, McLaren SOLUS, ZAMAC. I like these ZAMAC cars. I like this a colour scheme, if you want to call it that, yeah, where it's got no real paint on it. And so the card's in, yeah, good to very good shape. Apart from a crease over there, really. I would like to start this one off on 50 Rand. Next item is this Plymouth GTX. See some damage over here. Typical American muscle. I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand. The next item is this TOONED 911. A nice sort of purple colour. And 6.4 turbo. So the card's in pretty decent condition. So I'd like to start this one off on 50 Rand. And we have another ZAMAC, the UNIMOG, another UNIMOG ZAMAC. I'd like to start him off on 50 Rand as well. Next item is this Mazda RX-3, this TOONED Mazda RX-3, part of the Mad Mark series. It's new for 2024, so we should see some writing on the back about it. A crease and a little bit of play over there. Okay, way back 1971. I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next is this MAGNUS Walker 911. Fortunately, the card's taken quite a hammering. See, lots of play over there, a big crease in it over there. The card itself is very, very nice. Open outlaw. You can see the damage has come all the way through over there. I think this is one that you'd basically want to take out. Or take off the card. So we'll start him off on 30 Rand. Another Porsche, this time it is the 911 RALLYE. So it was quite a popular casting because it came out as a super treasure hunt. So unfortunately this one's just the normal mainline, new for 2024. Don't get mixed up with the Safari. And we'll start this one off on 40 Rand as well. Next item is this VW T2 pickup. Very nice casting. It did come out in another colour, I can't remember what it was though. I think I only have in this colour. I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next item is this Dodge Viper RT10. I know RT stands for road and track. Let's say the card is fairly okay, Nick. I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand as well. Next item is this BMW i8. Taking quite a bit over there. BMW badge up in front. This is the Roadster version, so it will be convertible. So one of the doctors that lives here in East London has one of these cars. No damage over there. I went to go and have a closer look at it and he came running out. I think maybe he thought I was trying to steal it. And then we chatted for a while. Now I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand. Next is the Shelby Cobra Daytona. I really like these golf cards in a pretty good nicker as well. So I've got one in my personal collection now as well. So very, very nice. I think he also came out as a super treasure hunt at one stage. So I'd like to start this one off at 50 Rand. Next item is Max Steel Red Edition, it's a Target exclusive. So you can make out the word red over there. The Hotwheels logo there at the back. Play up top over there. like to start this one off at 40 Rand. The next item is this Mustang SVO, also known as the Fox Body Mustang. Nice bright red colour. Ford logo, Ford badge in front. And we will start this one off on 40 Rand. Next we get onto a NISSAN 180SX. Again, that writing over there, I believe is Hotwheels in Japanese. Bird image over there. A little bit of play up top over there. We'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. So next we get back to some American muscle. There's Mercury Cougar. So the cards, apart from that corner over there, isn't in too bad shape. I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand. Next we have another ZAMAC again, the Mighty K. I'd like to see a write-up about the Mighty K, because if I remember correctly, this was done by Rua Asada, who was one of Hot Wheels' best designers. He passed away a couple of years ago, unfortunately, at a very young age. I'd like to start this one off on 50 Rand. Next item is this Corvette C6. Your Corvette badge. Not so sure I like the colour on this. I don't think it suits it. Damage over there. Turn down a bit over there. I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next item is this 911 clip. I'm going to say it's actually designed to fit on your keyring. I see no paint, so it's in what they call the ZAMAC colours. Although it's not a Walmart exclusive ZAMAC, it's just the ZAMAC colours. As you can see, no guarantee for life. So it means it's an international card. Picked up some over there. Shows a special feature of it being used as a keyring. So I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand as well. Next item is a UNIMOG. You've seen a couple of it in ZAMAC. This is one that's not obviously ZAMAC. I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next we come to the LAMBO. This is the Lamborghini REVENTON. You can see over there it's to celebrate 60 years of Lamborghini. So this would have been 2023. Lamborghini came around 1963. That's why you often see their cars have a number 63 on them. See some corner damages, or as I like to call it, bin box damage. Quite a bit of play over there. So I'd like to start this one off on 50 Rand. Next is one of these TOONED cars again. So the card itself is in very good nick. And this is the Fast and Furious Toyota SUPRA. So these TOONED cars have become very popular overseas. Personally, I'm not a big fan of them. I mean, they are kind of cute. I don't know. Because it is a new for 2023, there will be some write-ups about it over here. It's Brian O'Connor's SUPRA from Fast and Furious. I'd like to start this one off on 50 Rand. The next item is this King KUDA. Been a big fan of poker. I've been playing poker for many years. I really like this. So you got lots of nice decal on it, HD on the roof. Some play up top over there. So also got it in white. I think this red is actually really nice. And I would like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next item is another Lamborghini. This time it's a SESTO ELEMENTO, which stands for 6th element. SESTO ELEMENTO. Let's see if it's over there. Otherwise it's in fairly good nick. Nice heavy car. I believe it also does well on the Hotwheels tracks. So I'd like to start this one off on 50 Rand. So next we have this BMW M3 wagon. Lots of cool detail on it. I think I also do have it in the blue. So it's picked up a bit over there, a bit over there. So new for 2024, so we should see something about it at the back. 1982 Germany. I'd like to start this one off on 50 Rand. So the next item is this Ford GT40. It's called a GT40 because from ground to roof it's 40 inches, which is pretty low. If you take 40 inches, it's basically a meter. Am I lying? No, I'm not lying. That's a pretty low car. So I've never been able to climb into it, I'm afraid. Just based on the earlier design, maybe they'll have, no, it's an earlier design for the GT40 that was used in the Mars in the 1960s. And they brought out to beat the Ferraris, made famous in the movie Ford versus Ferrari with Matt Damon. So I'd like to start this one off on 50. Sorry. Next one is this Aston Martin DB4. I'll send under correction, but we'll look now. I think this was actually built to beat a land speed record or something similar. If it was a world land speed record or British land speed record or something. The card's not in too bad shape. (2023). There we go. I'd like to start this one off. Sorry, I see that there's some damage over here. I didn't notice before. So due to that, I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand. Next we come to another TOONED car. It's fairly good. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Quite some damage to the card over there. Cut down the windscreen, Hotwheels in Japanese. Liberty Walk. It's based on 1973 SKYLINE 2000 GT. Slanted headlights in front, let's see if we can see that. Due to the split damage over here, I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next item is this 1976 Greenwood Corvette. Can't say I know much about Greenwood. I have heard the name pop up, and I think it was in relationship to Pikes Peak. I could very well be wrong. So I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next item is this Cloak and Dagger. I'll show you now why it's called the Cloak and Dagger. So it's lifted over there. This one did come out as a treasure hunt at one stage, but this one is definitely not the treasure hunt. So I can't see at the back over there, but I have searched for the flaming logo. I don't see it. The double E over there, part of the artwork collection. And I think when you add all cars together, it would spell out keep driving. We've got some neck damage over there. Okay, it's called the Cloak and Dagger because of the special feature where you can actually pull this white part, the top part off, and you've got a whole nother car underneath. So I'd like to start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item is this Tesla Cybertruck. Look, you either love it or you hate it. There's sort of no in between with these trucks. I have been fortunate enough to be inside one. Although the outside is pretty gory, it looks like a spaceship sort of thing. The inside is absolutely astonishing. It is really difficult to describe how good it looks inside. Again, it would be international card as opposed to American card. International cards also don't have the box numbers up top over there. I'd like to start him off on 40 Rand. Next item is the iconic Aston Martin DB5 from Goldfinger. I thought that Hotwheels was pretty sly on this one, because if you take the Fast and Furious, it looks exactly the same. What has been pointed out to me is that the registration numbers are different. If you know of any other differences, it would be great to let me know in the comments. So there's quite a bit of damage to the card over there. Okay, so 60 years of Goldfinger. It's actually quite clever of them to make the Geo from Goldfinger 60. Celebrate 60 years of Goldfinger. So there's often these little, which they're called Easter eggs on these cards. And sometimes on the cards themselves. Nice little plays. And due to the damage, I'm going to start this one off on 30. Next we have this Bentley Continental GT3. Nice and heavy car. The card is really in a bad condition. You can see how it's turned, and so this one's come out in a couple of colours. It is one of the cars I collect, so I do have it in quite a few colours. there as well. I think due to the damage to this card, etc., card that you'll have to take out, I'm going to start him off on 15 Rand. Next item is the Liberty Walk. It's too long to read out, so we just go for the Liberty Walk, NISSAN GTR, the R35. Pretty nice looking car. So we've got some damage over there. Not much play, that is creased. I'd like to start this one off on 50 Rand. So the last car we're going to look at is this Ford Escort RS 2000. I think it also came out in a couple of colours. I think I've got the white one, and I also believe white or blue, and I also believe there was a green one. I could be wrong. So I love these old Escorts. I like these old Fords from way back. You see it's new for 2023, so we can actually see what it's all about on the back. I've got a play over there. Okay. You can see it was 1978. I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand.